I'm attorney Dillon Besser with RSH Legal. The Iowa workers' compensation system already is complex and creates many unknowns for an injured worker. When their employer goes out of business in the middle of a workers' compensation claim, it only complicates things further. The good news for an injured worker, regardless of whether your employer has gone out of business, you are still entitled to workers' compensation benefits. One of the most important first steps for an experienced workers' compensation attorney is to determine whether the employer carries workers' compensation insurance. Except for certain exceptions, every employer doing business in the state of Iowa is required to provide, secure, and pay workers' compensation benefits for injuries sustained by an employee arising out of and in the course of employment. Additionally, Iowa law requires each employer subject to these workers' compensation laws to carry insurance to cover these work comp benefits. So long as the employer's insurance coverage was in effect at the time of the injury, an injured worker should continue to receive workers' compensation benefits even if the employer goes out of business. However, it will often become much more difficult for an injured worker to receive those benefits. This can be because the insurance company has difficulty obtaining information from the employer. Although the insurance company pays for the medical treatment and may provide compensation, it is necessary for the employer to provide the insurance company with a substantial amount of information at the beginning. Information that is key to an injured worker receiving the benefits they are entitled to can include their payroll records, the first report of injury, the employee's job description, and more. If the employer is no longer in business, an insurance carrier might not be able to obtain this information, which can lead to long delays in receiving the medical care and compensation that you deserve. Furthermore, when the employer goes out of business, it complicates the process of what the injured worker should do when a doctor allows them to go back to work. An insurance company could argue that monetary benefits are no longer necessary if the doctor has removed some of your physical restrictions. However, if there is no longer work to return to, then an injured worker could be stuck without any clear options. To avoid these uncertainties and the delays in receiving the benefits you are entitled to, it might make sense to hire an attorney. If you are not sure if you are receiving the benefits you should or whether your case is still being handled after your employer goes out of business, get a free, no-obligation case evaluation by calling RSH Legal today at 1-800-433-0283.